Happy Monday, everybody. So I am up here because I figure every Monday, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up here and I'm going to have my coffee with you. Every day when I'm at work, I love to grab a cup of coffee right around this time, around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. This is my coffee hour. So I would drink my coffee time. And then so I figure this is a great time to jump on here and talk a little bit. So earlier, just about like 2 minutes ago, I got a phone call and it was one of those sales call. She found me on my website. And by the way, my website is elevatelifecoaching.org. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. And for those of you who's joining me the first time and you have no idea who this woman is, let me just give you a little introduction of who I am. So I'm Michelle Quay. I'm a confident and leadership coach, and I work specifically with negative self-talkers to help them to overcome that fear of judgment so that they can become the most confident person in the room. And right now we can be anywhere. We're probably the only person that's inside the room is yourself. So you're probably feeling 100% confident. But when you go out there, when we start going back and reopen and start socializing, maybe you experience those moments where you have a lot of self-doubt, self-worries, and that kind of just pull yourself away from this you're just social distancing yourself in those popular events. So I'm the one who's helping you to overcome that fear and become the most confident person in the room. Anyway, so uh, like my post, subscribe to me now because you don't want to miss any of these episodes on how to overcome your negative self-doubt. So basically, going back to the story I was sharing earlier. So I just receive a call and it was one of those sales calls. So she found my number through my website, and so she called and she sounded nervous. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, she was probably, 10 being very nervous, and she was probably at a 5 or 6. I'm sure she done these type of sales call where she just pulled up the website, do a Google search, and pull up the website and just call the business owner. And what she was trying to sell me is to help me to generate more leads, to get more clients, to get more publicity. And I thought it was pretty interesting because she opened up by not introducing herself, number one. And number two, she got my location wrong. So she was calling from Toronto and I live in California. And she put out someone else's business page. And that person, I have no idea where that location is. And it's not even close to me. So she was comparing my website to that person who's not even in my area. So that tells me immediately that she didn't do her homework. And when you didn't do your homework and you're doing a powerful sales call, chances are people is going to question your professionalism and perhaps not even thinking about, they would have second thoughts about purchasing from you. So that was going on in my head. And I wish I had longer conversation with her, or I should invite her to jump onto my coffee break here. Anyway, so we went on and we were talking, and she said, "Well, I basically asked her, so what's your intention for this call?" And she said, "Well, I really just want to reach out to you and see if I can help you with generating more leads and making more publicity." She went on, and I didn't feel connected to what she was offering. And I was granted I'm already working with someone else, so I didn't feel connected to her. So this is why I wanted to jump on this call with you, because I would like to share with you some of the strategy or some of the tips that I use for sales call, or to do some powerful sales call. So when I first started my business, I was really nervous about doing this. And I was not at a place where I have an understanding of what the marketing, and I don't know how to market it myself. I don't know how to publicize myself. And I couldn't even do this. I couldn't even do this. Like doing live show, that's crazy. That's out of the question, out of the sight. Um, but throughout the year, I started to develop these muscles of thicker skin. I guess you would say thicker skin. And so I started to develop these muscles, and I felt more comfortable in jumping on the call and speaking to a camera and speaking to an audience. But it didn't just come originally. I had to develop it. I had to grow it. And so if you think about how to have these powerful sales call, there's 8 factors I want you to write down on a piece of paper right now, and I'm going to throw them at you. And what I want you to do is I want you to rate them from 1 to 8. So there are 8 factors that I'm going to give you, and I want you to rate them. Which one is more important? So which one is number 1? Which one is number 2? In your opinion, which one is number 3? So list them and rate them next to it. So you ready? So the first word I'm going to throw at you is price. How important do you think in order to close a sales is your price, the price that you're offering? So price is one word. The other word is training skills. Training skills. Put that in number 2, or write it down. Training skills. Credential. That's another word that may impact in your sales call. Credential. Knowledge. Knowledge would be another word. I want you to write it down. Next word is authenticity. Authenticity may also appear in your sales call. Enthusiasm. That's another word I want you to write. Enthusiasm. Number 7 would be confident. Confident in a sale. That would be important, right? And after all, that's what I do. Confidence. The last one, number 8, I'm just saying number 8, but you're gonna have to rate them based on the importance that you believe will make a good sales call. Okay. So the last one is energy. Energy. Yep. So you have 8 words right now. So you should have price, training skills, credential, knowledge. See, I can do this. I can do this. Knowledge, authenticity, enthusiasm, confidence, and energy. So there are 8 factors that would determine how successful your sales call is. So I want you to write them down. And with next to each word, I want you to put down which one, or circle the one that's most important. What do you think is the most important factor in a sales call? And when you're done, I wanted to share something with you. So perhaps you would think that price is a really number 1 factor in your sales call, right? How many of you, if you're watching your replay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write it in the comment and let me know, how did you rate your 8 factors of sales call? Just put that in the comment. I like to know. And if you're watching it live, go ahead and write that down in the comments. I would love to hear from you in terms of which one is the number 1 factor. And most people, I bet you that they're going to put down the price. Price is the number 1 factor that will determine whether or not you have a successful sale. Wrong. So the number 1 factor determining how well you're going to sell is your energy. Why? Because remember, going back to the story when I first shared with you, this woman who picked up the phone, when I picked up the phone, and she was already sounded pretty nervous. It was 5, 6 out of 10. I already picked up her energy as a sales. She was already ready. She had an agenda to close that sale with me. And when she picked up the phone, without telling me clearly what her intention was for this call, that just dropped down my interest. So if you're going to make a call, first of all, get rid of your agenda. Get rid of, whatever that's holding you back. You get on the phone and you make it clear. Hey, I found your website and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a clear expectation. This is a sales call. Are you interested? Yes or no? That's all I need to know. And if people are interested, if you show up with your energy and your energy reflect of what you're doing in that moment of time, people are going to perceive it very differently. So how to engage people in closing that sale and having a powerful sales call is your energy. So, what type of energy are you carrying it when you're doing a sales call? How are you closing it? Are you closing it with confidence? Are you closing it with authenticity? Are you closing it with your passion? And when I'm getting on to the call with my clients, I'm 100% there. So, whether or not you are present in that moment of time, that will determine how energetic you are, how authentic you are, how confident you are. And therefore, if you really, really want to close that sale, people's going to feel it and they're going to buy it. So, today, I want you to ask yourself, how much energy do you put into your sales call? What type of energy are you bringing into your sales call? And how many times have you closed those sales because you don't have that high level of energy? It's just the fact. So I'm gonna be doing this every day in the afternoon around this time. It's a very quick, short conversation. I wanted to invite you to come and join me. If there's any topic that you would be interested in hearing more about and how I can help you and support you, by all means, please, put it in the comment or shoot me a message. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is where you will support me the most. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow.